Hey guys, it's Lord here, back again with another action figure comparison. Today we are comparing the Toy Biz Marvel Legends Series 3 Ghost Rider to the Hasbro Marvel Legends Terrax Wave Ghost Rider. This is Danny Ketch in particular. Last time we did Johnny Blaze. Well, last time we did Venom, but that's not the point. But you guys know the drill. Let's cut to the chase. The Toy Biz Ghost Rider's packaging is pretty much the same as the Series 7 one I did a comparison with a couple of weeks ago. It just says Series 3 and has Danny Ketch artwork on it. But otherwise, pretty good. Hasbro's Ghost Rider is a little bit different. It has some really nice artwork there in the corner, which is repeated on the back. And it's also got the Marvel Universe and Marvel Legends logos on the front, which is kind of interesting. It says Return to Marvel Legends, because at this point Marvel Legends had been MIA, or out of commission, for quite some time. They didn't make a comeback until 2012, which is kind of sad, thinking they could have got so much done in the time it was absent, but nonetheless, it's also got a lot of name tags everywhere, and I'm just going to say straight up, Toy Biz takes a kick on this one, just because less is more. But with that being said, let's move on. Now, in terms of the Series 3 Ghost Rider's articulation, he's got quite a bit. He's got a ball joint in the head and the neck. The ball joint's loose on mine, but it stays. The neck is primarily what I turn the head with now. He's got a diaphragm joint that feels spring-loaded, which is interesting. He's got a waist swivel, which kind of clicks. He's got the bulbous shoulders. They move out, back down, full 360. He's got a god-awful butterfly joint that does that. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. He's got a bicep swivel, double joint at the elbow, swivel at the glove, hinge at the wrist and in the fingers. He's got T-jointed hips, but mine are really, really loose. They do move out, back in, although I think mine is primarily just a peg holding them in. The hips themselves are pretty stiff. I mean, you gotta do that in order to knock it down. He's got a thigh swivel, not very well hidden, but alright nonetheless. Double joint at the knee, a swivel at the boot, and a hinge at the foot with a bit of a rocker, barely any, and a toe pivot. So that is Toy Biz's Ghost Rider. If I can get him to stand. There we go. Now on to Hasbro's Ghost Rider. He has, well, all joint in the head, no hinge. I believe he's on the Ronin body, not Ronin the Accuser, Ronin the ninja guy. He's got in and out at the shoulder. They rotate forward and back, but they are really stiff. You can hear that clicking there. He's got a swivel at the bicep, double joint at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, and a hinge. He's got an ab crunch that actually works. It's not far forward, that far back. Pretty limited, but it works nonetheless. Swivel at the waist. Wide jointed hips, unfortunately, so you gotta finagle them. Move that far forward, and then you just see him move out to the side. He's got thigh swivel, double joint at the knee, and then he has a swivel at the foot with a hinge. No rocker, so he is kind of difficult to quote-unquote get standing. I kind of have his wide joints at an angle, and he actually has the opposite problem the Danny Ketch, or not the Danny Ketch, the Toy Biz Ghost Rider has, and the fact that his arms are bowed out to the sides a lot, whereas the Danny Ketch, the Toy Biz Ghost Rider's arms are in a lot, but his legs are bowed out. So that is the Hasbro Ghost Rider. Now, in terms of accessories for this guy, he includes his bike, of course. And you'll have to excuse my sample because it is missing a handlebar. Well, it's not missing it, it's just broke off. Because that's how good these were. But you can easily get Mr. Catch on here. Very simple. I think it's even easier than the Series... Yeah, it is definitely easier than the Series 7 one, because this bike is actually not really to scale. As silly as that may sound, and you can slide his thumb in there, and here he is, ready to go. Need to whoop some sorry, guilty ass on his bike. And it does roll, and it has the little wall mounts. Yeah, that is Danny Ketch's accessory, or the Toy Biz one's accessories. Did it again. Jeez. Now, in terms of this guy's accessories, he comes with Jack Diddley Squat. He comes with some Terrax arms, which is awesome, which, if you're building to build a figure, that's fine, but otherwise, he doesn't even come with a chain. Come on, man. And this is reflective of the recent Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider that did not have anything either, so... As you can see, Hasbro is not willing to shell out the extra moolah to give us Ghost Rider parts, but oh well, win some, you lose some, I suppose. Now, in terms of scale for this guy, here is a new size comparison regular. The Pizza Spidey. It was surprisingly same height. And then here's Black Cat, who's probably a little taller and probably not going to stand for us because heels. Whatever. We'll hold her up. He's a little short next to him. His legs are bowed as well, so you got to take that into consideration. And then here is Venom. I'm afraid to put people next to this guy because I'm afraid you're gonna freaking knock him over. There's Venom. As you can see, he's taller, which makes sense. And I think Carnage is also taller, which, you know, depending on... He doesn't wanna... Carnage, you're gonna stand. You're Bucky Cap, not Heel Master. Try that. There's Carnage, and yeah, he's taller. So, as you can see, Toy Biz was kind of legitimately probably more towards Black Series height more than anything, and then here is the Johnny Blaze that we did a comparison with a little while ago. What the heck? None of my figures want to stand today. And you know what? I think this guy is okay for scale, mostly because he's bow-legged, but still a little short. And now for Hasbro's. I just noticed this guy, his right leg is slightly longer than his left, which is kind of bogus. But nonetheless, the video must go on, and Spider-Man's gonna stand, right? Yes. And Spidey, obviously, there's just not a Dan Ketchum scale anymore. And then there's Black Cat, which you can't really tell because she's all the way back there. She is definitely taller. Yeah, this is not an easy comparison, being that they're both janky in the legs. Especially this guy. I thought the Dan Catch. I thought the Toy Biz one, I did it again, was bad. But there he is next to those two. And then last but not least, we're going to bring in Johnny Blaze. And yeah, he's obviously going to be taller. I really hope they use this body or a body like it or make a new one for a classic Danny Catch, because this is definitely not the one to get. And we're going to talk about that right now. Alrighty, so now we're down to the end of the line. Which one of these is better? And I actually forgot to mention that this guy comes with a chain during the accessories portion of this comparison, so my apologies for that, but it's not that great, it's not that long, so prototype picture showed he was supposed to have a longer one, but I never seen it, so you're probably just better off giving him a neck chain or something like that. But that's besides the point. The point is, this is still the better figure. This one, having that leg issue, that I think is worse than being bow-legged, honestly. I mean, they're not even the same length. This guy has a little bit of rocker, so he can position his feet right. And this one, it's molded like that. This one could be QC, could be something else. I don't know. I don't believe I've heard of this problem, but it's definitely one to take note of. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this action figure comparison. Stay tuned for more, and I apologize if this one's a little late. I've been busy as of late and had some technical difficulties the past couple weeks. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this, and until next time, we'll catch you guys later. Alright guys, just a quick little update here. When I have the legs like this, they appear to be the same size, but look at this. It looks like this kneecap, or this kneecap is a little lower than this one when I angle it down. So I am not too sure. This one also happens to be bent a little. But now it seems like it must have something to do with the wide joint, so it's a mistake on my part. I apologize, but the legs otherwise on this dude, just not that great. He obviously loses articulation, he loses packaging, he loses scale. He just flat up loses. So, with that being said, yeah, it's just another last second update. Alrighty, catch you guys later.